tried one glass of water, but I said, oh, I need to go because I have another appointment. Because I didn't believe that. I just drink and I left. But within 20, 30 minutes later, I didn't feel pain. And then this a month and a half, I haven't taken any painkiller, nothing at all. So it's really helping. So every household should have this Kangen water machine. It really helps. Thank you.
After drinking the water for just half a day, I noticed that my pain was less than it used to work. And I ran out of water. My knee pain came back. So I called Dr. Tony and I said, well, you gotta come over here. If this water is so good, I gotta have some more. So they came over, we filled everything up we had in the house, and I had some water again for a couple of days. And my knee pain went away. So I was ready to purchase a device after 3 weeks. On and off the water.
When I was having my chemotherapy, that's the time I was reading, and I came across alkaline water, ionized alkaline water. So I've been drinking it ever since I came back from my chemo. And I think it's doing me well because, see, I'm still among the living. Yeah. So I hope everybody will get this machine also and help the family. Thank you.
I was taking like 32 tablets a day, 16 in the morning, 16 at night. And that medication had me very sick. Very sick. So, but this water is the most fantastic thing, I'm telling you. This water, the greatest gift that God ever gave to man is Jesus Christ. The second greatest gift is woman. And the third greatest gift is Kangen water.
I've had a chronic back problem for 35 years. I broke 3 vertebrae 35 years ago, and I've had sciatic and back pain constantly that just never leaves me day or night. Getting out of bed is very painful. And she said, we'll just leave you some water. So they left me 2 gallons. I drank 2 glasses that night. Woke up the next morning with no back pain, and I've literally not had back pain since. It's just gone. That alone would be worth everything for this machine.
I started a Kangen water in April because I called my friend Charmaine. I said, Charmaine, I don't know what's going on. It's like my whole body's shutting down. And the very next day, she called me. She said, how you feel? I said, I don't know, but I'm feeling better. And I felt like this growling sound in my stomach. And from since then to now, I had my cholesterol check 2 weeks ago. It was 273 when I started, and now it's 207 2 weeks ago when they checked it.
One thing that got my attention, because I felt wonderful. I felt better than I'd felt in years related to the pain. I haven't had that kind of pain since. Since drinking the water, that pain is literally, the inflammation around those joints has literally gone away.
I had suffered from acid reflux for that long, and now and more you're hearing, if you have chronic acid reflux, you can get esophagus cancer, folks. A friend, somebody just called me a couple of weeks ago from Florida. And it was too late because by the time I got back to them, the person died from esophagus cancer. So it's nothing to play with. The first glass of water that I drank was the last time I had any kind of discomfort from acid reflux.
Doug started bringing water in. She started bringing gallons up at home, and I started drinking it. I started getting more energy. Things started coming back, and I started feeling better. And I'm still not great, but I'm a lot better than I was. And the only thing that has really changed, that we changed on anything, was the water. So it's got to have been the water that's doing it.
After she drank in one month, my mom looked changed. She looked younger looking, and she had her ulcer is no more, her backache no more, the pain. So this is blessed for all of us. Yeah. So okay, thank you very much.
And then I learned about the Kangen water in last part of January. I started to drink it. And in the first part of February, I still had a pretty severe rash on my arms, upper arms, and on my back. And so I took a picture of my skin showing the rash, pretty bad. And 5 days later, I took another picture and the rash was gone. That was after drinking the Kangen water for 5 days.
On January 10th of this year, I started drinking the water, and by the end of January, I stopped the blood pressure medication and the cholesterol medication. You understand, those of you who have never tried the water, that your body will go through changes. My body is up and down some days because it's fighting the acidity. I'm acidic, or I wouldn't be diabetic. And it's going to fight. You're going to feel good some days, you're going to feel bad some days, but you're going to feel good more days than you feel bad. Once you understand that and you start drinking the water, the Lord will bless and you will feel wonderful.
Let me see, what has it done for me? I've lost a few pounds, 6 pounds now, a little bit more to go. I love cooking with it, especially rice and pasta and oatmeal, because it really comes out nice, you know. And it's helped my arthritis in my knuckles and my neck. But
I've been drinking it for about 3 weeks. It started off that I had acid reflux as well as carpal tunnel. It started to go away. It happened 2 days after I started drinking. And I was like, no, this can't be. I said, Cindy, what does that machine do? And she explained to me, and I said, okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come by and get a gallon. So I did. Every day I was devoted in drinking a gallon. And now I'm couple Tarnal free, and I have absolutely no more acid reflux myself. And I received my machine about a week now. And I'm really happy because I got the Lovelux 501.
oh, wow.
And so my husband one night gave me 2 big water bottles of 9.5 water to drink. And up to that point, I hadn't really been drinking a lot because I felt so sick I didn't want to put anything in my body. But I forced myself to do it. I drank that water. I felt better the next morning. I drank 9.5 water. Again, it set my day off perfect. It was so amazing. I felt so good that day.
I believe that the doctors say that she also had a carpal tunnel. You know, and besides, she is supposed to be scheduled for surgery on March 27. But after drinking the Kangen water for at least 3 weeks, then her carpal tunnel was, I believe, disappeared. So she don't need the surgery anymore. And until now, she really feels good. Thank you.
I was in the shower. I had showered and I herniated 3 days in a row. I no longer went back to work in the emergency room because I couldn't be flexible. I couldn't do any of this. I couldn't do any of that. But the Kangen water reduced the pain. It reduced the pain so much. I have not taken those pain meds anymore. I encourage anybody to invest in the machine. My husband purchased the machine, and I thank God every day for him that he's a blessing from God. That's all I have to say.
My life was saved by drinking this water, and I am very happy and grateful.
Hayachi Abe, 56 years old, got a deep cut on his toe when he accidentally stepped on glass a month and a half ago. This caused the biggest downfall of his life. One day, he saw a documentary on TV for Kangen water and decided to leave the hospital and escape to Kiowa Hospital in the suburbs of Kobe City. He left his original hospital 2 days prior to the operation. Because he has diabetes, he would have to cut his toe off. They would cut from here and over here, they will amputate this toe. He was very unsure of his situation because he had to operate on both feet. Without a toe, he cannot walk. One's toe is necessary to walk. The infected area had secretions coming out of it. This is the picture taken when he first arrived. If you compare it to a more recent picture, the old one looks as though his bone was thinning out. There was difficulty in the circulation of blood because he had diabetes. There are about 5 million people in Japan with diabetes. Out of every 10 people over 40 years old, there is one person with diabetes. One can go on a low-calorie diet or depend on glutamine that creates insulin. But if that illness is serious, one has to inject insulin to control blood sugars. Mr. Abe's illness was serious. I use insulin to control the symptoms due to diabetes, but I do not take any antibiotics to fight off infection. Instead, I put certain body parts in strong acid water. To treat my feet, I use water that has a pH of 2.4 and an oxidation reduction MV of 1100 that has been invented for a medical purpose. This has great effects in fighting off infection of the skin, but it has limits. By drinking a large amount of electrolysis Kangen water every day, symptoms of diabetes can be controlled and at the same time truly care the modification of the skin. Electrolysis Kangen water. Alkali ion. Water that is available anywhere can improve the symptoms of diabetes. Mr. Abbott drinks about 5 liters of electrolysis Kangen water every day as instructed by his doctor. He says he feels his body changing every day. His physical symptoms are getting better. What exactly is electrolysis Kangen water? The water was tested to see the difference. Tap water from the sink usually measures pH 7 and a positive 303 MV. Alkaline water made with sodium hydroxide or caustic soda measures pH 8 and a positive 200 MV. Surprisingly, the electrolysis Kangen water Mr. Abe is drinking measures pH 8 and a negative 238 MV. Could this significant difference in oxidation and reduction levels be the cause of improvement of Mr. Abe's health? The big news Mr. Abe has been waiting to hear was told by Dr. Kawamura. Now, the amputation of his toes is likely avoided.
I am so thankful my toes were not amputated. Thank you.
It is now 45 days since Mr. Abe first came to the hospital. Here is Mr. Abe, who even thought about suicide when he was about to get his feet cut off, is now wearing his sandals and is stepping out to go shopping near the hospital. He is amazed that the miracle occurred.
It is amazing.
In conclusion, in lifestyle-related diseases such as diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, and various types of cancers are directly linked to your diet. If you eat a proper diet and drink good water, it will prevent you from being constipated and developing diseases. You are what you eat and what you drink. I hope this video was educational for you. To your health. Thank you.
Kangen water.
In 1968, Dr. Shinya successfully developed the technique of colonoscopy in order to visualize the entire rectum and colon. The following year, in 1969, he devised a snare cautery device and was the first to perform colonic polypectomy through the colonoscope. He has performed approximately 300,000 colonoscopic examinations and has noted that there appears to be a strong connection between intestinal appearance and lifestyle-related diseases. This video depicts a variety of different intestinal views, good and poor, related to various colonic and other diseases. This patient had been a heavy wine drinker with a heavy animal protein diet, including cheese. After 3 months treatment, the patient was treated with Dr. Shinya's diet without any alcohol, dairy, and animal protein. He was given 1 quart of Kangen water and his condition improved. This is a 38-year-old Japanese woman who has been suffering from chronic constipation for many years. Her diet consists heavily of a Western-type menu, including white bread, yogurt, cheese, fruits, and cake once a day. She consumes 3 to 4 cups of coffee and tea a day. There was insufficient daily intake of water. She has been on various kinds of laxative every day, including Seneca, aloe, and other herbal medications for years. There are marked pigmentation and spasm. This is the same Japanese woman. She was instructed to drink Kangen water 3 quarts per day. Her diet consists of 90% grains, vegetables, sea vegetables, and fruits, and 10% animal protein with fish. Her condition has markedly improved. 45-year-old female with breast cancer. 6 months prior to this exam, she had a lumpectomy and radiation treatment. There are marked fecal retention in this picture. The same patient, following Dr. Shinya's diet, started to drink 3 quarts of Kangen water a day. Her condition markedly improved. This 65-year-old female with chronic constipation had breast cancer surgery and was referred for colonoscopy. Examination showed marked stool retention in many areas of the colon despite 2 days of preparation. The same patient was treated with a typical Dr. Shinya's diet and 1 quart of Kangen water 1 hour before each meal. Examination was repeated in 3 months. There was marked improvement in the colon.
Saki and Yu Matsubara, twins, have come to Akashi Hospital seeking treatment with water. They came up for a checkup so they can receive treatment. Their skin is so red, inflamed, and painful. I'm going to use the water to relieve your skin, the doctor said. Water of pH 2.6 is being used to treat this severe skin irritation. To help treat the dermatitis from inside the body, this machine produces alkaline drinking water to be used in the home. Drinking the alkaline water daily improves the skin's condition in 3 to 4 months. It's been 4 months since Saki and Yu have changed from steroid to water treatment. The dermatitis has subdued, but their mother is apprehensive that it may reoccur. This is a machine that makes acidic water to relieve the pain and itchiness of the skin. Saki and Yu's mother bought this machine to relieve at least some of the children's suffering. The previous machine has the same function as this larger machine to produce water that can be used for sterilization. This water can sterilize the skin. How effectively does this water actually treat atopic skin condition? Of a sample of 1,000 patients, 80 to 90% of patients saw improvement in about 4 months. Eventually, all patients see improvement. Some take a little longer. Saki and Yu, 7 months later. Their skin looks notably better. Here's another look before. Yu of 7 months later. They don't wake up in the middle of the night anymore. For the first time, they have been able to sleep through the night. They can now have dermatitis-free photos for their album. This dermatitis is unbearable. It is so severe that the baby can't sleep through the night. The baby will continue to scratch until his sheets are stained with blood.
The baby cries and keeps us awake through the night. It is hard to get enough sleep.
Mr. Tomita from Kyoto had a thorough consultation with his doctor about his son's treatment and has no reservations about using this water. Look at his son. This is the result of using the water for 5 months. This is a photo of his son during steroid use. 5 months later, there is improvement with the use of Kangen water. His elbow? Also his knee, there is no trace of dermatitis. The skin has returned to its normal appearance.
Grandfather said, at the beginning it was awful and bloody. I am amazed at the improvement using the water we were given from Akashi Hospital. I was surprised that the skin healed so well.
Akashi Hospital fills many orders for Kangen water. Tomita's son is still free of any irritations. Even upon examination, there is no sign of any skin inflammation and he is very healthy. His appetite and energy has increased and his disposition has become more pleasant.